Hi, I'm Jim Kleinpeter, LSU beat writer for NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune. I'm with NFL scout and analyst Chris Landry, and we're talking NFL draft as it pertains to LSU. Jalen COllins is a guy that it's kind of been a surprise that he has moved up into the first round. Everyone's talking about him in the first round, mid, possibly early, who knows, maybe late now with the foot surgery. But, Chris, he's a guy kind of came out of nowhere. How big is this question of the number of starts that he had? He's busy because he's got the size and the speed and everything else that they like about cornerbacks.
Well, I think that if you look at his measurables, it's first-round ability in terms of size, length, the ability to be physical as a press cover corner. His production is nowhere near that. He hadn't started a lot of games, as you alluded to. I think the thing you got to keep in mind is that most people, including myself, have a high second-round grade on him. But with only about an average of 18 first-round grades around the league, that's going to put a guy like Jalen, along with a number of high second-round grades, into the first round, pure numbers. So the other thing is, outside of Trey Waynes of Michigan State, who's a better corner? There's a kid out of Washington, Marcus Peters, that's probably a little bit better, but with some off-the-field issues. So I think on most people's boards, you're going to have Jalen, second or third, which at corner is going to make that a priority. And I think it puts him in a situation where, I don't know, maybe it's Baltimore late first round or someone else. I could see that happening because once those 18 or so guys come off the board, then you're fair game. I mean, a team like Seattle's got 13 first-round grades. So I think that's where you're going to see Jalen get the benefit of he's got physical ability, his best football's ahead of him. He doesn't play with really good technique. He gets beat on the slant, but are those correctable errors and correctable issues? And the answer is yes. So I think that the fact that he is a kid that I think will work really hard, a young man that'll work really hard, and he's got all those measurables, I think will help him. Is he worth his play, worth first round? No, but he's not going to be the first one. And I think his play in the next level, I wouldn't call him elite, but I think he can be a pretty good player at the next level and be a quality starter.
Now he has great size. Can he, with the height and the weight, big corner, and that's what they look for nowadays? Can he play? Could he end up playing a safety one day? Is he that type of player?
Well, I think instinctively he's a long way from being a safety. I think he's a perfect fit as a press cover corner. I mean, he's going to have a lot of adjustments and learning how to play off. As I said, he gets beat a lot on the slants. He doesn't use his hands very well. But this guy he's going to be in whether it's press zone, press man, he can be really good. So to me, I think that's where people are going to play him. Size certainly gives him a shot at safety. I would say inside and coverage right now, he's got to improve his use of hands and his change of direction, because inside you've got to cover those two-way goal guys. And outside, I think, to me, he's a really good fit. I mean, you look at Seattle's corners, for example, and how they play or physical. This guy certainly can do a lot of the things that a Richard Sherman can do. I'm not saying he's going to be as good or what have you, but in a press cover scheme, man or zone, I think he'll excel, and then he'll just have to grow into learning to do the other things to be a more complete player, to do different things. But I think the real key, though, is you mentioned safety, but will he have the versatility to learn how to play inside too? Because that helps. If you're just an outside guy, you have to be great. If you've got some versatility to cover a slot, that helps you. If you've got another player that maybe is just an outside guy and you can move him in, that's key. You have three great corners, but none of them can cover in the inside. You gotta find that guy that can cover the inside. So I think that's going to be the areas that he needs to improve upon, but his size and his length and his strength, I think, will allow him to be a good press guy.
Okay, there you have it. Jalen COllins looks like he's going to probably go in the first round, even though he has a second-round grade, and we'll see how it all comes out. For Chris Landry, I'm Jim Kleinpeter, and we'll see you on NOLA.com.